What's going on, Gamercade Nation? I'm your host, Chris Gillette. This is PlayStation Pizza, episode 10. We're going to have an episode 10.5 out this week. And I know we're a little behind, so you can check out episode 9. Oh, it's like one little PlayStation Pizza Humble Bundle, I guess you could say. Think of it as like a $5 deal at Pizza Hut or something. You bet you get your PlayStation with your pizza. So, yeah. You know what? I got some fucking YouTube running in the background so I can hear the live stream and myself at the same time. I gotta close that shit. Anyways, we have a special guest, Yules. Well, go away, Yules1 on YouTube. I've been subbed to him for a long time. I did not get to check out your new video, but he's along with us today. And the usual, SpongeBob Garthmore. If you don't know him, now you do. He's always here. He's my sidekick. Yules, how you been doing, man? How's life?
Really terrible. I mean,
oh, I hope it's not that terrible. I hope it's going good.
it's awful. It's inhumane.
You did get a PlayStation TV. I mean, that's a plus.
I still haven't had one. I've been wanting one. I've seen them for they're cheap, and I should pick one up.
I caved in and I finally got an 8th gen PlayStation console, even though it wasn't.
Yeah. And you have a smartphone now too. I mean, you're able to do cool things like this now.
No, I got a hand-me-down from a very, very.
It's better than nothing, though. I mean, you can still go on this, you know.
I'm super grateful for this, and
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, what have you been playing? You been playing anything interesting? Anything new, or going back to some old classics?
Well, actually, I was for a while. I was actually playing some Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Castlevania Chronicles.
I fucking love that game, by the way.
The 30th anniversary.
Very nice.
Hello?
Yeah, Castlevania.
Oh, sorry.
And I've also just recently got a PS1 classic, Disney's Hercules. That's actually been cool.
I love those games too. Anything like Lilo and Stitch is actually pretty good. Laugh at me if you want. Hercules is nice too.
Yeah, the Hercules, I played it on my computer back in the day. That's an awesome game.
Yeah, Hercules. I hope we didn't lose him.
The graphics are pretty nice as well.
Oh, the graphics for what? Lilo and Stitch?
No, for Hercules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're fine. I didn't know if you were muted or what happened there.
Ah, please. But no, now Hercules for PS1 game is visually stunning. I mean, I was really impressed. I mean, this was like 1998.
Yeah. There's a lot of good games that year, by the way.
Like that? Oh, sorry. It's just oh no, that was fun. What else have I been playing though? Oh, absolutely. I gotta talk about this, and I really want to shame people for not playing it. Transformers Devastation.
Oh, you got into that. You know, I haven't played it yet, so shame on me. But Dallas from Gamercade, he really enjoyed that. He's a big Transformers fan. Do you like that a lot?
It's incredible. This is absolutely outrageous. I'm going to explain something that's weird about me. I was never a Platinum Games fan.
Oh, really? I mean, I've never been a big fan of theirs either. So
I was never into Bayonetta. I was never into the games like World or Vanquish or Anarchy Reign.
Did you you never played any of their games before this?
No, I only played the demo for Vanquish, and I was actually tired of hack and slash. But it was Transformers that finally won me over and made me a believer of the real quality that Platinum is capable of. Because it wasn't just the gameplay, it was the nostalgia factor. I mean, apart from the really satisfying combat and being able to collect so many hidden things just by searching around the area, but as a kid that grew up in the 80s, having to be able to hear Peter Cullen's voice, Optimus Prime again, And shock of shocks, Frank Welker returned the voice, Megatron. That's amazing.
So you're a big fan of the original cartoons, right?
Oh yes, Generation 1.
Yeah. Okay. So you must have got a kick out of the entire thing then. So right up your alley.
The only thing that would have made it complete would have been the late Christopher Collins returning as Starscream.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So did you finish the entire game, or you playing through it now?
I'm playing through it now. I probably won't be able to finish it until maybe, because I like to take my time with a game I really enjoy, and I really enjoy it. So I'll probably be done by July.
All right, yeah. See, that's what I was gonna say. I think if you're enjoying it that much, you would take your time, because I've heard that game is very short. So
it's very short, but I paid an insurmountably high price. So I still paid $50 for it at my local Walmart.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah. Anything else interesting besides Transformers and Hercules? Actually, Hercules, real quick. I actually have not. I mean, I played a little bit of that, but not as much as like Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch kind of reminded me of like the same formula as Crash Bandicoot in a way.
Yeah,
like
it's
copy
pretty
and
much
paste.
that. It's pretty much that,
there's a lot of games that are actually like that on PS1.
Yeah.
Sadly.
That was like back when like everybody was copying off the Call of Duty. Everybody first person was trying to fill. That was back when everybody was trying to be like, platform 3D platforming games like Super Mario 64 or Crash Bandicoot.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, indeed. But Hercules really impressed me on a gameplay and visual level for a PS1 game.
How's the frame rate?
The frame rate, it's actually pretty solid, 30 frames per second. I haven't seen a hint of slowdown.
Very nice.
The detail in the background was actually really impressive for the trees, for all the background details, like, the marble. And
Very nice. Garth, what about you? What have you been up to, man?
Well, I finished and platinumed the Wolf Among Us this week.
Nice.
Took me took me about a week to do because 5 episodes. I did maybe like an episode a day, so I did that, and so got that out of the way. Played more Uncharted multiplayer, Uncharted 4 multiplayer, and then now I'm playing also because there was a flash sale last weekend. So I got 3 games. I got The Wolf Among Us, which was $5. The $5 sale, pretty much.
Right.
Red Dead, I got that again. And I got Okami HD, and I'm loving that.
I'm glad you're liking that game. I played that game in
that game looks so good that game looks so good that it doesn't even look aged. Like it looks like a current game today.
Yeah, the art style of that game and the colors, everything, fucking amazing. That game.
I love exploring. I love the Zelda aspect of it. It feels like I'm playing a Zelda game because it has the same exact type of concept of a thing, but it's just a different art style, a different culture. It's more Japanese like, and it's got like weird looking characters. And you're playing as a
that game
doggish main
was insanely underrated and did not sell very well, which is sad. It's a shame.
Yeah, there's also like a Wii version as well.
Right. Yeah, I remember that when that came out on the Wii.
Little trivia about the Wii port was done by Ready at Dawn.
Really?
Ready at Dawn. Wow, I did not know that.
Interesting.
Weekly facts from Jules.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very interesting. Wow.
I didn't know that.
I bet that's a really good version, even though it doesn't have trophies or anything, or it's not HD. It doesn't have the image quality like the PS3 version.
Yeah,
but it has the Wiimote version where you can, slash. And
so you do use the you do use the motion. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wonder how it works with Wii Motion Plus if it's a lot better.
Well, actually, in Okami HD, you can use Move.
Oh,
you can use
very
what?
Nice.
You can use what?
PlayStation Move. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did not.
Nice.
It has precision.
Nice,
Very
nice.
nice.
I'll have to remember that and break out the old Move controllers, possibly. Test them off.
You will not be disappointed.
You said I would be or I wouldn't be?
You would not.
Oh
be
yeah,
disappointed.
because the one-to-one movements with the Move is actually pretty nice. So.
Great game, though. I'm
That's as
enjoying
close
every
as
bit
you're
of it.
gonna get with the Move.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? What was the no? Yeah, Wolf Among Us. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
we got that free on. I have Xbox
On
One.
Xbox.
But they give it away free, and I was like, I'll just download it, right? So should I actually go and give that a try?
It's a great game. I mean,
Great game.
it's a Telltale game, so you're not
Right. It's
gonna
based on a comic
expect
series.
you're
Correct.
you're not gonna expect much gameplay because it's basically just very heavily story driven, but it tells a nice story. I never read the comics, so I had no idea, no clue who they were. But it picked up on it pretty well.
Okay. All right.
Easy achievements for Xbox, that's for sure.
Right. So there's simple trophies as well.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. I wonder if we'll see that free for PlayStation Plus now that we've seen it on sale. Because sometimes you see games on sale, and next thing you know they're on Plus, which is kind of like a stab in the back sometimes. So.
Yeah.
But oh well, what are you gonna
But
do?
it was only it was only $5, so it's not like I feel terrible. It's like, oh, I only
Right.
paid $5.
You got Red Dead again, and then the rumors that
Yes.
was coming for you to gold or whatever. And I was like, I was thinking about downloading that from you on PS3 because I've never finished that game. So I was like, man,
Yeah,
I
the
don't know. Should I
servers
just
are
wait and
fucked
see if it
up.
comes backwards compatible or whatever? So the servers are fucked.
The servers are fucked. I went on there
So if you
with me and
with a
Jeffy,
buddy?
so I went in there, and the game's just hacked, and I can't even do anything right. Like I go and I
the
spawn,
servers are
and,
fucked.
I get locked in the loading screen. So I have to reload the game again. I get locked in the loading screen again. Back out, load the game up again. Finally get in. Can't spawn my horse. Then I finally back out
Oh
again.
wow.
And finally able to spawn my horse. Then there's nobody around. There's just like I'm ghost. So everybody's ghost to me. So people walk by me and I can't even see them. So I looked it up on the forums, and I was like, okay, something's going on here. Like, why is it like this? It wasn't like this when I was last on here. And
Right.
pretty much people were having issues just like me. This was on 360 though. They weren't even having problems on. Nobody was posting PS3 stuff, only 360. Some people were posting worse stuff, like their guns weren't spawning. They didn't have any of their guns that they unlocked. So it's all out of whack.
Wow. Damn, that sucks, dude.
That's probably
So
why
you guys,
That's probably why Rockstar doesn't bring it to Xbox One, because they know the servers are screwed up.
well, it's apparently already playable, but you would have to like sign offline, and you could still play it.
I mean, you could play the
but-
single player just fine. Just the online
Right.
just doesn't work. It doesn't function right.
Man, that sucks, dude. That's a shame.
Now, when Jeffy was playing with me, he was playing just fine. He wasn't having any issues. For some reason, on my end, I wasn't having a great experience. I don't understand.
But he said he was having a fine experience.
Yeah, he was having fine. He wasn't having any issues.
Maybe it's a hit or miss thing, I don't know. Or maybe it was you actually remember when I tried to play with you on there, it said I couldn't
You couldn't even see me, or you couldn't even join.
right. So is it an IP thing? Is it like your IPs don't like each other, like mine and yours at the time?
We used to play with each other all the time. Now that was like 3 or 4 years ago. But
Right.
I mean, but like it never gave us that hard of a time. So I just don't, I don't get it. Yeah.
Damn, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
And I love the online of that game. It's like the only Rockstar online game that I truly love.
Truly love, yeah.
It's like it's fucked.
Yeah, because see, I mean, no matter how many people like GTA Online, I don't know, it just gets so boring, and I don't know. I think it's a little overrated in my opinion. I think that game, they hyped it up a little bit too much, especially that mode, their online mode. So, from what I played of Red Dead, the co-op with you back in the day, I guess I could say now, but it was fun. So,
Yeah.
Jules, you ever play Red Dead?
I never got to, and I really don't want to play Redemption without playing Revolver first.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean they're not really connected though either. I mean,
Well,
Revolver wasn't really like a serious Taken game though either. It was kind of like it didn't really take itself too seriously because it was kind of a goofy game, and it didn't really review that well. But there's it's still beloved by some fans. But you know
But you
I
just
I don't think it'll hold up. I don't think it'll hold up as well as when I go back and replay it. I think it would be pretty awful if I played
I got
it
a
today.
question. I got a question for you. Question for you, then, Garth. These PS2 classics they're bringing to PS4. They brought Red Dead Revolver. Up-resed it, made it look good. Had
play it
it
again.
like I'm guessing a solid 30 frames, no drops, nothing. So with trophies, you'd play through?
I would play through it, but I tell you what, I would have a hard time with it because the game was really hard, and the reason why it was hard is because the aiming in that game was horrible. It was so hard to aim. There was no auto aim or anything like that, and it was basically how
I'm just messing
aiming
with
is.
you.
You know how aiming manually in the old GTA games on PS2 was like. It's basically just like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it was bad. It was very clunky. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like
so
I want to keep
it
Red Dead
doesn't hold
Revolver
up.
in my nostalgia because I don't know if I want to go back and play it either. I mean, it seems so good at the time, and that's how I want to remember that game. When you go back to old games, sometimes you're just like, man, this is terrible, and then you just kind of don't remember it as
Like
it being the
Redemption
same
and
game.
Revolver is like night and day. I mean, Redemption, like it's crazy how much of a improvement it blows Revolver out of the water. It's like
Right.
it's crazy, but
remember, Revolver was made by a different development team,
no, yeah, it was. It
True.
was.
Yes.
and the most interesting about the thing about the game's honesty was that before Rockstar even picked it up, the original publisher for Revolver was Capcom.
Capcom.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. It was
yeah.
Capcom. Yeah. Yep. You know what?
That's funny.
I heard that the other day at a couple other shows I listened to, and I was like, oh, shit, it was. I forgot all about that. Fucking crazy. Man, but for its time, what a great game, to be honest. That train mission was insane.
Well, you want
That's
to talk
hard as
about
shit.
that was before its time. I mean, I talk about Red Dead, you guys talk about Redemption. There's another Western game we're not talking about here.
Gun, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Gun is so good.
I never played Gun.
Neversoft, man. They did it. Now, that game actually defined the Western style third-person shooter.
Yes.
I never played Gun, but
How
I
about
always
that
wanted
bear
to.
fight at the beginning of the game? You gotta love that. I love that game, man. Shame on you, Garth. If you ever get I think the superior version is on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
But I will say that you can play it on the PS2, the GameCube, even on the
Yeah.
PC. So if you can just go and pick it up anywhere, I highly recommend that. So
I like game never got a sequel or anything like that either. It's just like completely forgotten.
but, it's a shame.
It never saw terribly, and now look what they've done to Activision. Another Call of Duty team. Thank you very much, Bobby.
Yeah. Fucking Activision
Yeah.
screwed Neversoft, to be honest. They just turned them into a big shitstorm. So a bunch of jobbers.
Yeah.
Just like AJ Styles is turning into fucking WWE is turning into a jobber.
Where is
Sorry. What were you saying, Jules?
it's only a matter of time before he leaves too. Just like everybody else is leaving that company. Good God.
Oh man. Anything else? Oh, actually, Garth, I was gonna say, since we're talking about Red Dead and all that, since Take-Two Interactive is gonna be very heavily in appearance, I should say, 83. Do you think it's gonna be a new Red Dead game that Rockstar will be showing off, or is it gonna be something that's gonna come up out of nowhere, possibly like what's it called? See, I forgot the fucking name.
Agent.
Agent, yes, the so-called exclusive Once Upon a Time. Do you think we're gonna see that come out of the water, or you hope it's a new IP?
If it's not Red Dead, it'll be a new IP or Agent. Which would be Agent because Agent is the new IP. So if it's not
All kind of new.
Red Dead, it'll be the new IP.
Yeah.
Still have to bring that up.
What? I got a little feedback from your phone there. What did you say?
No, it's just that why do we still have to bring up Agent? Let's wait till it resurrects again before we bring it up. Because I'm still
Let that die. Let's let it die.
behind in my head. And even then, we were probably a PS2 Xbox game in development.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
PS2 and the original Xbox. Yeah, Garth was showing off screenshots one day, and then I pulled up one it looked similar, like it was kind of a better looking version of the same scene or the same landscape, I guess I could say. And he was like, "Holy shit! I didn't know that was on the PS2, like the original PS2 and the original Xbox." I was like, "Yeah, that game's been in development for a long time, so we'll see."
Still be video.
It should be what?
There should still be videos of the concept renders online on YouTube still.
Oh, I haven't checked that out. I should check it out. I went on Unseen64 and I checked that out a long while back. I love that website. There's some good stuff on there. So anything else, Gar?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Since I had beaten Uncharted 4, you know that Doom came out and Homefront: The Revolution. I got them both on the same day through GameFly at the moment because I have a child on the way. So I'm trying to save some money here and there and play some games that I don't necessarily plan on paying $65 for. So I started playing Homefront: The Revolution. I was digging the gameplay and stuff. It was nice. It's a lot of stealthy elements in that game. You can kind of, take your time if you like. If you plan on running and gunning, you're going to die fast. The difficulty in that game is pretty tough. I think it's a nice challenge. It does have its hiccups. The frame rate is a fucking pain in the ass. And then they came out with a patch, right? 1.03. And it was as soon as I was done playing the game, it was like, patch is available. I was like, okay, cool. So I go and I wake up the next morning. I'm like, I'm going to check out this patch. Frame rate's a lot better. But I start noticing things. I'm like, okay, where are all the NPCs at? They're missing. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. I was like, okay. And I come across a mission, and I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense. These drones are coming around, and I have to like take them out. And I had some enemies starting to come. I was okay, so maybe I just have to open up this area a little bit more and find some objectives. No, that wasn't the case. I go and I look at the map, and the numbers are all tweaked out. Like, okay, for instance, the mission is called Hearts and Minds. You have to raise the bar from 0% to 100%. You have to get more of the revolution, per se, on your side. Well, there's no enemies or anything for me to do so. I can't raise that bar from 0 to 100%. There's no like guys I can, or Korean guys I can run up behind, slash the throat, and save some prisoners. And they're like, oh, the resistance are good. Yeah, there's nothing I could do of that nature. Nothing. So I'm sitting there like a chicken with my head cut off, running around. I'm like, let me open my map one more time. And I pull up the Hearts and Minds thing, and the numbers on it say distance traveled 9,999. Enemies killed 9,999. Vehicles destroyed 9,999. It's all maxed out at 9s, and I'm like, okay, this is completely fucked. Let me try to like delete the game, reinstall it, everything. Nothing worked. So that was a big waste of time. So I go on the forums and I check it out. Sure enough, people are like, oh, just try reloading the checkpoint. I do that. Nothing works. So here I am running in this fucking ghost town of a game, and what I decided to do was, I was like, okay, since there's not very many enemies popping up, at least I can take over these they're called strike points, strike zones, and you just go in, take them out. I can just walk in and complete the objective like it's nothing. So there's trophies for that, and I was like, I'll just do that. I played a little bit of co-op, which co-op is great. I do like that a lot. Lots of teamwork, very difficult, especially on hard, and there's a trophy that I've been trying to get with that. But that game fucked me. So good thing I didn't pay $65 for it.
Yeah, like I told you, you would have been pissed.
I would be pissed because I was actually starting to enjoy it, a little bit of the story and the gameplay. It's one of those games where it's like it's been in development for 3 years. It's been passed around to different studios, right? So I have a thing for games that almost didn't make it that made it. Something fascinates me about it. It's like I have to play this game that was almost never, you know. It's kind of like when the Saints Row game came out for PSP. I had to play that, no matter how bad it was on the PSP emulator. I had to play it and check it out for myself. So I had to check this game out and started to enjoy a little bit of it. And then again, it's like I'm hating it, you know. I don't know. Let's see what they do with this next patch. So it's not like I paid for it, so I can sit around and wait a little bit and play a little bit of Doom, which I have been doing.
You should have gotten Lich the Battle Mage instead.
Fucking right, yeah.
Oh, horrible. That's
So,
horrible.
but yeah,
12 frames a second average.
oh, man. Yeah, it shit all over me. It's like it's like Korea just came in and took a fat shit on my chest.
Yules,
I
let's
couldn't
say
do
it
that.
together. Eighth Titanic.
Titanic.
Eighth Titanic.
So here's what kind of pizza that Homefront the Revolution is. It's one of those pizzas you bite into. You're like, you know, this is pretty tasty at the beginning, and then it doesn't go down your throat, right? And then the next morning you wake up and you're shitting yourself and you're throwing up everywhere. That's what Homefront the Revolution has done to me so far.
Nicest I've ever met. No, I'm going to give you a more realistic scenario. It's nothing but a bear crust. No cheese.
Just crust.
Just crust. But I mean, you also got to realize that this game has been. I'm surprised it even seen the night of day. I think Dan Busters and
Damn Busters.
has even came out. And I don't even. I'm surprised they just took this game into their own hands and then bring it to the light of day. So, man, it's developed. Even in the credits, apparently I haven't checked them out myself, but there's something in there.
Anchovies everywhere. That's all the pizza is.
Anchovies everywhere.
Anchovies. It's like, here's your pizza. It's fucking anchovies in a box. So Doom was the medicine that I needed from all the diarrhea. So I started playing that. It's fucking beautiful. If you want to talk about a game with good frame rate, 60 FPS, 1080p, slicing and dicing, chainsawing people everywhere, blood gore. Beautiful. The music is fucking amazing. Some people say it's shit because they don't listen to metal, but that's just me. It's a good game. That's all I can say. It's Doom. It's Doom. So if you like Doom, I mean, it's not everything the old school Doom was, but obviously if it was everything the old school Doom was, people would say it would look like shit. But I enjoyed the old.
Yeah, you can't have both ways.
No,
People are going to be
exactly.
pissed either way.
Yeah, but the new Doom is great. So.
I want my binary space partition and raycasting back, man.
Oh man, fuck it. So that's what I've been up to.
Well, you want to get into
the beautiful game we called Uncharted, and then I jumped into this shitstorm.
yeah, I'll say that. That's a
Calm before the storm, I guess I could say. So.
That's like going to a nice chicken dinner and then go to a chicken shit.
It was like going into some chicken and some sex, and then the sex turns out to be an AIDS fest. So.
Yeah, AIDS. Yeah. Definitely.
You know what that.
Well, you want to get into topic of the week now?
Yeah, topic of the week is something we do usually every week. That's why I plan on it, as long as the show goes on. After what we've been playing, since Julio is here with us today as our guest, we thought that we'd let him bring the topic of the show. Also, the greatest hits game of the show, which we'll do at the end of every episode. Yules, what's the topic, man? I think I know, but I'm gonna let you introduce it.
I'll give you a hint. Vroom.
Gran Turismo Sport. That's all that comes to mind at the moment.
Garth knows me. I've been playing Gran Turismo since almost the beginning of my PlayStation tenure. And
Beautiful.
I have closely followed the career of Kazunori Yamauchi. He is a very, very huge visionary within interactive entertainment. And it's sad to see how so few people can grasp his vision and his sense of direction. Because people are so stuck on Project Cars and Forza and Assetto Corsa and Drive Club as being more of the same thing and not realizing the different direction that Gran Turismo
Right.
Sport is not a traditional Gran Turismo. Here's a fair point. If you're really interested in Gran Turismo Sport, the truth of the matter is, it's probably not going to be for you. Gran Turismo Sport is not a full numbered Gran Turismo game for a reason.
Right.
And people, I go to other podcasts and I hear these same arguments like, Polyphony Digital is missing the point. They've lost their sense of direction. They don't know how to make a good game anymore.
I got a question. Are they doing away with 7? Are they still 7 still in development? Do they have 2 different teams? I know the size of the team is not large, so
eventually get here. They had to put aside 7 to go this different route.
Right.
Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you are the cream of the crop, you're going to have to show your victory lap. You're going to,
Definitely, yes.
you're going to have to define the definition of transcendence. What better way to extend on your original concept of crossing the virtual to reality by making a scouting tool for the next generation of motorsport athlete?
I highly agree.
Enter the FIA.
You know, when I first seen Gran Turismo Sport, now visually, I mean, it doesn't have to be impressive to me. Like it's a video game, so you know it could be great in many other ways. There's just a few things I think that Gran Turismo could definitely improve upon. AI for one. You know, I always had trouble with the AI, especially racing with them, and you know, the entire career of Gran Turismo. You know, we talked about it many times, Garth, of how they could be a lot more challenging. Now, if that could definitely improve, I think that would be great. Graphically, I think they always go for photorealism, which I think is beautiful, that a lot of games don't do, like Forza, for instance. It's very cartoony looking. It takes me out of the simulation.
Yeah, Forza looks really weird sometimes.
Yeah, it
like,
takes me out
at times it looks
yeah.
really good, and then times it's just like,
right.
This does this. You know this looks like a game. Like you know you're playing.
Right. And something that I noticed that Sport is doing, I like when we were talking about it the other day, and I mentioned that in a comment or whatever. I said it didn't obviously super like look impressive. I've seen cars smash up against the wall. I plan on seeing damage and all this, you know, because we're at a time and age with technology is there. But then again, I know that Polyphony, they like to focus on some of the other things besides that, more of the
physics,
the simulation of the game.
You know.
Yes, I understand that wrecks and all that are part of reality and all that, but it's like they don't want to take you out of the experience by totaling your car necessarily. I mean, they do a lot for engine options and engine failure and all that, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, you can turn those options off. But I want to see them step it up to that next notch where we do have that available in the game, which would be nice. But I think they're trying to make, how do I put this? It's like I don't necessarily want to bring esports up. I don't know if they plan on jumping into that necessarily, but I think they're trying to be. We'll say that again.
That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah, it's like they are trying to be not just another racing game. I know they're the driving simulator, but they're trying to be the racing game. The ultimate, like, hey, that we're a sport. This is all about racing. We are the pinnacle of competition.
Takes itself very seriously, you know.
Right, and I think that's what they're aiming for right now. Yeah, right, exactly. Not just like, hey, this is a one-off. Hey, we're doing this other game, kind of like Forza Horizon or something like that. No, they're not trying. They're trying to be the pinnacle of simulation racing, and this is going to be the competition game. Not, I mean, against online. And obviously, you can do the whole career mode thing too, and they have the what am I looking for? I mean, you know, you can do all the decal stuff now, which is really cool and neat and cool to see that. So, but anyways, I'm excited for it. But There's a lot. I'm sure you can tell me, Yules. You probably went into way more detail and reading than I did about the game.
I've been doing years of research on Polyphony's track record and where they're going. You see, look, I said earlier that esports is exactly the point of Gran Turismo Sport, but that's only the first half of it. The fact of the matter is, the esports section is actually a Trojan.
It's actually what?
A Trojan horse.
Oh, okay, okay.
Especially with FIA's involvement, it's especially the Trojan horse. Because there are other factors to this that other people are not talking about. The FIA digital license program. This changes everything. Because depending on how good you are in this game, you may be eligible for an actual racing license. And it will be treated as the real thing. Your eligibility, your fee, plus your responsibility to renew it every year, just like an actual license. And it's all being handled mainly by the FIA.
Right. I mean, look what Gran Turismo's done, in the past with their whole competition nature. Fucking, you see Gran Turismo players going and becoming actual racers.
Yeah, yeah. From the GT Academy, which is awesome.
And they've won championships. We've seen it. So it's fucking insane. Like, and I didn't think this was going to be a full-fledged game, and I was completely proven wrong. So they corrected me in a big way. I mean, there's going to be tons of tracks, a full-fledged campaign, all that, decal editor, all that stuff. So, like, I didn't think that was going to be. I thought it was just going to be completely online, esports focused. This is a complete package.
It's a complete package. But make no mistake, online is the main focus because there's going to be two big portions of this that are FIA sanctioned. There's going to be the internationals where you can compete for actual prizes from the FIA directly and physically. And then there's the bigger
what's the bigger deal?
The manufacturers. There's a separate line of championship race where you represent a real-life auto manufacturer, which can open doors to Gran Turismo academies spanning beyond, for the first time, just Nissan.
So this is like, I'm going to take it to another level real quick. Let's say, those games like Dota, they have sponsors, the teams and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, but you are a sponsored driver, but within a video game.
Yes.
So that's massive, man. That's fucking blows my mind. You don't see Forza anyone coming to this level.
No.
Like, it's fucking crazy. It's insane.
Well, Forza doesn't come anywhere near this.
And Project Cars, came on that fucking game because I was so disappointed.
Yeah, I was too.
The entire point of Gran Turismo Sport. It's not really a game. It's a scouting tool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a scouting tool. Yeah. It's not a game, it's a scouting tool.
Not only that, I honestly believe that it's a carving tool at this point. A carving tool for the future of racing games, to be honest with what they're doing to a certain extent. So
that's exactly what he's doing. They're not appealing to casuals. They're catering to a much smaller player base.
Yeah. So their audience is very niche, but at the same time, that's what you're going to get a lot more cleaner racers, a lot of gamers that take it more seriously.
You also got to realize that this is the biggest selling franchise in PlayStation history. So over time, this thing sells and it has legs. So, I jumped on M4G and a bunch of other places, Reddit and all that, and see what people were saying. And you know how people are about graphics and stuff. And I wasn't super impressed about it. And I was like, this is the first thing I'm going to see. People are going to be shitting on this game for some fucking reason. I know that's going to be the main thing they're going to be complaining about. And they don't understand that it's just Gran Turismo. But I look at these comments, and people are just fucking praising the shit out of this. And I was like, I love it because I didn't expect that. I was totally just like shocked. With the way this generation's been, it's like every game is like, oh, this looks like shit. Looks like a fucking PS2 game.
Yeah, every game is like that. This generation.
Yeah, and the game actually ends up being a decent game or something like that, but then they end up still shitting on it. And then they're wondering why certain games don't get sequels and stuff because they don't support it. But I was surprised, man. I was like, okay, this is especially with VR, like this could be a big deal. Because I think the way PlayStation VR is going to turn out, just by seeing pre-orders and stuff, I think this is going to do really well, especially if it's packaged in with Gran Turismo Sport.
Yes, but you have to remember, with Gran Turismo Sport, it doesn't matter to publicity if they make money or sales this time. With this particular game, they're achieving a dream.
That's very true. Yes, yeah. So, but
Sell one copy, but the purpose of this is to make one person's dream come true.
that's what Polyphony's always been about, right? Taking chances. Should we
Yes.
take this chance of being this ultimate simulation driving game?
A
Are
lot
people gonna
of-
like that?
A lot of
Yes,
good game
apparently.
developers don't do is take
Right.
chances.
Right. And we see all kinds of studios do it. Media Molecule, Polyphony. So I mean, especially on the Sony side of things.
And it's
Yeah.
sad that I have to explain it when so many other podcasts just don't get it.
Yeah, they don't understand. Like Colin and Greg from PlayStation I Love You, they weren't getting it.
Well, like I mean, I'm not the biggest Gran Turismo fan, but I've played it.
No,
I've
no,
played every
they-
Gran Turismo, and I put hours and hours into Gran Turismo, and just the way this one is going to be, like how we raced in a league in GT5. Like I honestly can't wait to get back in. I think I've took enough time off of Gran Turismo to where I'm super excited about this, and especially on a competition level, especially where they're taking it. I've always kind of been into the esports thing and stuff, and it's going to be more accessible too, which is going to be nice.
Yes. And it's gonna have enough stuff there to make it perfect for entry into esports and possibly beyond, graduating beyond that. Because for the most hardcore, the
I'm listening.
esports
Sorry.
the esports part will actually be a step below the ultimate goal.
That's true. Yes, because the level they're putting it, definitely.
And people don't even realize that some of the milestones that were being set up were already being done in Gran Turismo 6. Now, you've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo 5, but do you realize the kind of updates they put in for Gran Turismo 6?
That's all I've heard about. Especially guards is like, oh, I go back for this car. I go back for this. I go back for that. And I don't know. I kind of ended up burning myself out for a while. Now that's just that was just me. So
See what you missed out on.
I did. I missed
The
out.
vision
for
cars,
sure.
the vision cars that they gave out were pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was like
that's what I've
that was
heard.
the reason to go back. That was the reason to go back for me was like, oh, I gotta try out this vision car. Like,
There were some things that they
Sure.
promised that I guess it took a little long for me, and what I needed was a break, I guess, and I think that's what I needed. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Don't get mad at me, but I think that's what I needed, and now I'm even more excited for another Gran Turismo game, and I think it's that time again.
Yeah, but the first hints of what was going to happen in sport were happening in 6. Like, you're talking about the vision cars, but the minute stuff was actually more important. It all started when they added the GPS data logger.
yeah,
Oh,
that
right, yeah.
feature, although it's probably not the most useful feature, but a very, very huge impact in a feature for sim games like that. Like, it's never been done before.
It's not just that. That's for one spectrum. On the opposite end, there was the support. The first game to ever officially support Motec's i2 Pro software.
It's very true.
Now, for those that don't understand what I'm explaining, Motec is a company that makes racing data, and their i2 Pro, which GT6, if you download it to your PC, you could take your racing data, your replay data, and upload it to your PC and analyze all of your driving data, your braking, your acceleration, your degree of turning. You can scan all of that track data and perfect your own performance. It was professional stuff that you can actually use from Gran Turismo.
Which, if you think about it, is fucking mind blowing. Oh man,
Yeah, it is.
I forgot all about that feature. I remember when they implemented that and people were talking about it, and definitely underrated feature.
Yeah.
Something that takes a lot of hard work to implement something like that.
It's the real deal. The version that was being used in GT6 was in fact the real deal. A free version, yes, but it was still just as functional as the high-end stuff that you probably have to pay hundreds of bucks for just using on real life tracks.
Man,
Yeah.
like, I wish I don't know. I wish I can go. I mean, I still can, but to get to use that feature, man, that would be actually really cool. If I took the time out of the day to do that. What about you, Garth? If you could, would you do it?
Yeah, and I would have to have the track near me. Yeah. Yeah, if I had a bunch of money and a bunch of race cars or something like that, I'd take it down and yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be really cool. And to perfect your own driving,
Yeah.
it'd be neat. Definitely be cool. So Gran Turismo. Well, go on. What you're saying, Jules?
No, it's just another example of how people that were so enthused by the series can use it to real life advantages. Did you know that I forgot his name. I shamefully forgot his name. But there was a guy that went from playing Gran Turismo 3 to opening up a rally school here in the States.
Oh, very nice.
Oh wow. Shit.
A multi-time Pikes Peak competitor because of Gran Turismo 3.
That shows you what these guys are capable of creating. So, a fucking video game that is set to be made as a fucking racing school, pretty much.
Pretty much.
In the digital world, it's like the shit they set up, like for the military and stuff, but just for the racing audience. It's crazy what they've done though, like winning championships and all that with GT Academy. That stuff is fucking mind blowing if you actually sit back and think about it. And what Gran Turismo actually done for the racing community and the video game universe.
The most successful, the most important franchise in PlayStation.
Right, and there's plenty of people that have said, you know what, why is Polyphony still around? They need to be shut down, or I would shut them down. If it was up to me. But look what these guys have done outside of just the video games. So look at what they've done with GT Academy. Look at what they've done with their, the series in general.
Just with people in general. Yeah.
Right. They're the biggest selling PlayStation franchise, numbers-wise, review-wise. They've done pretty great. But I mean, critics. I mean, obviously they didn't feel the same with Gran Turismo 6, but obviously it's a great Gran Turismo game.
Oh, I would streamline everything, and I would get rid of all these morons that don't know what they're doing. Fuck you, they brought back Chaparral.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, Chaparral. Yeah, definitely. They were down. They were done. They never heard of, and then all of a sudden, with the Vision car, they brought a Chaparral Vision car. It was awesome.
That's awesome. I'll check that out.
Back Alpine. They brought back Alpine.
Yeah, they did. They brought back Alpine. Yeah, they brought back Alpine to another manufacturer that was done.
Right, where the fuck did that go? And then they fucking bring them back to see the light of day.
Alpine. Yeah, for fuck's sakes. Yeah.
So Gran Turismo fucking sport. Garth, you're excited. You plan on getting it day one?
We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out this fall, and I really want Battlefield 1 because everybody's going to be on that, and I want to play that. And I want to play a lot of games this fall, so we'll see. Hopefully.
Right,
Hopefully.
right.
Yeah.
Jules, you plan on getting a PS4 just for that, or do you plan on getting a PS4? Are you waiting for the whole Neo thing to
Definitely,
kind of settle down?
I am definitely waiting on Neo, and Sport will be my first title on Neo.
Sounds good. So if you guys are looking forward to Gran Turismo Sport, you can look forward to getting a copy. You can pre-order now as well. Gran Turismo Sport will be available in the PlayStation Store, launching on November 15th, 2016 of this year. Obviously, 2016 is this year, so yeah, definitely. If you're a Gran Turismo fan, you've been waiting just to buy a PS4. Some people, it's all they buy PlayStations 4 is Gran Turismo. I've seen plenty of people buy a fucking.
There's and like I said, there's still people that are on my friends list who only play Gran Turismo, have not gotten their PS4s yet. And I've said this many times. If you think PS4s have sold well, just wait for a Gran Turismo game to come out. That's just going to skyrocket even more.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Been on the head.
What was the first game I bought for it?
Gran Turismo 5.
Gran Turismo PSP, or PlayStation TV.
Oh, they talking about PS3. Okay, I didn't make that out. Nice. I did not.
Hey, by the way, how is that? By the way, how is it on your PS TV?
It's very low res. It's 480 by 272, upscale to 720p.
Right.
But it's fun, and it actually has some interesting quirks. The menu and the racing actually has an announcer there. And
wow, an announcer.
But here's the thing. The announcer's voice is different because it's different per region, and we North American guys, guess who our announcer is?
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
Oh, yeah, I was right. Oh, wow.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Jay Lethal. I was like, what?
Jay Lethal.
Just the way it's coming out of your mouth, you're like, Jay Leno. I was like, oh, Leno, obviously. Fucking car collector, enthusiast, all that stuff.
That's awesome, yeah.
That's awesome. I've seen Gran Turismo PSP on sale so many times, to get it for Vita and all that. And I've told myself to just scoop it up and get it. I ended up passing on it. Shame on me. I need to. I know Jeffy has had that for a long time. I know he played it there for a little while and then put it down. He said he enjoyed that game.
I was thinking of taking this crappy cell phone camera and doing it ghetto style, recording gameplay footage.
Hey man, do what you got to do.
There you go.
Sometimes you just have to. But fucking Gran Turismo. I'm excited. You're excited. Garth, you're excited. And had to have Julio on here to talk about it because if anybody
he taught you, he taught me more about Gran Turismo.
Right.
And
I know he's the mastermind in my world, anyways, of Gran Turismo. We're gonna jump into some of the video game news and stuff of that nature we usually do after topic of the show, which you nicely brung. But before we move on to that, I was gonna let these people, lovely listeners, or people, if there's anybody watching now, I'm not sure. I'm not looking at it. Let them know where they can find you on YouTube or social media.
I'm usually on Facebook and YouTube. Both you can find me at Jules1. Facebook.com/Jules1, YouTube.com/Jules1. You'll recognize me by my real name, Julio Garcia. Just go there and check out my old archives of posts and videos on both sites. And just remember, I am a YouTube retiree. I don't do this because I got too many haters.
He had to leave the business. Let's move on to some video game news, shall we? Naughty Dog has been in the spotlight for quite some time. People seem to be annoyed with it, but not me necessarily. I think Naughty Dog is fucking amazing, and they keep being the groundbreaking developer. I think the top developer in the world. Uncharted 4 breaks record. More than 2.7 million units sold in its first week. That's not including units shipped. Obviously, I think they're well deserved. This is what the fastest selling
Halo
PlayStation.
5.
What's that?
It outsold Halo 5.
Yes, it did. I was actually going to get into that article, which is they were like when they brought the numbers up of Halo 5, they were like, oh, like now look, you said Halo's not selling. Oh, it's sold faster than it ever has. And look at fucking Naughty Dog comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Uncharted
no,
4
I don't
breaking
know.
records.
Yeah.
So this is
All that matters.
this is actually outpacing Last of Us, which is it's Uncharted, so it's got legs. It's a series. It's obviously going to have a following. But it is the fastest selling PlayStation exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
Very
Possible.
good. Yes.
So anyways, Uncharted 4 Thieves End setting records takes over the charts. Yules, I'm sure you can't wait to get into that. There'll probably be a Neo mode by the time you get a PlayStation. I bet it'll look even better, possibly running at 60 frames. So I would definitely have to do another playthrough.
How about the 60 frames? I just want like improvement everywhere, other than just.
Right, everywhere, yeah. Like especially some textures. Definitely like the ground textures and stuff could be a little more AA. Definitely look a little bit better, more detailed. Garth, you said you had some issues as well with some rendering things, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just sometimes just late texture pop-ins would it would kind of be like an Unreal Engine 3 where the textures will load in late. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't really anything too groundbreaking. It wasn't, it was just slight, little hiccups like that.
Right, your NPCs weren't disappearing and all that shit, right? So.
Yeah. Just small things. That's all.
I think that might be a more expensive solution.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that might be cured by changing your hard drive to an SSD.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. But my hats go out to Naughty Dog. I think this game is... I'm going to do a prediction. I think by the end of this year, it'll hit 9 mil.
Whew, man. You think so?
I think so. Especially with the numbers, they didn't pull the numbers out that they shipped. They said they shipped more than that. I think the game is going to sell ridiculous, especially this holiday. So.
All right.
Conservative. I'm going to stick to 7 million as my prediction.
Okay. What about you, Garth?
I'm going to say 6 million.
Oh, you're going on Uncharted 3 numbers, huh?
Yeah.
All right, and it could be higher, 6 something. Maybe it's 7 by now. I'm not sure. Last time I looked, it was 6 and some change. But anyways, I gotta give them a little round of applause. Naughty Dog deserves it. That wasn't my applause. That was some electronic noise. But moving on to a different game. It's another exclusive. No Man's Sky possibly delayed. Sources say by Kotaku. Not official yet. But there's something that kind of popped up with the pre-order stuff. There's some images of the Alpha Vector ship, some weapons as well that you can get, some starting boost. You see it in the GameStop. It says available coming soon. The release date for No Man's Sky has changed since the provided poster were printed. Please use a coming soon pop-up on the cover is what they're putting on there. Date and communicate as needed to your guest about the change of release. This is what they're putting out in the GameStop. I don't know if this is to like employees or if this does something in a magazine. I'm not quite sure, but fingers pointing to being delayed. I wonder if this is going to become before E3, or do you think they're going to announce another date at E3? What do you guys think they're going to do with this?
I think that they'll push it to holidays, and they'll have a third game for the holidays.
Do you think they're trying to make room for The Last Guardian? Everybody's saying it's going to be a summer game.
I still don't know anything about The Last Guardian.
I think we will see it during the summer because I don't think that game's going to do too hot in the fall. And they said the game's coming out this year. I see it being a summer game.
I don't know though, because
dry heat.
Because I feel like because I don't really remember a game that gets announced at E3. Well, it's already been announced.
Yeah, it's already been announced, right?
A release date, and it at E3, and it comes out like a month later or something.
Well, I think we'll get announced
usually
before E3, to be honest, and some more gameplay at E3 to hype the game up and a little bit of promotion.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's what I think.
We'll find out in a couple weeks.
I don't know. I honestly thought this date was perfect. In June, it was like June 27th or something like that. June 21st was the original date. I'm sorry. But I thought that was perfect. Nothing's coming out then. It's really like that last game before like kind of the dead zone. Like plenty of time for people to play it, put hours
Yeah.
into it. I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
it was perfect. Unless there's something that is wrong in development, they found something and they're like, we have to fix this, which is fine because I'm all for games getting delayed and being perfection. And Hello Games seems to be putting together that crew, I want to say. But I can't really say it this time, but I can't really put my finger on it. But hopefully it's something that is fixable. Who knows? It could be nothing that needs to be fixed. Maybe it's just them switching up a date. But do you think this is them setting it dead in the water? Because it's coming out this fall. I really don't know. I know this game has a lot of hype behind it, but I don't see it outselling
Right.
games like obviously Call of Duty or Battlefield or
No.
for fuck's sakes, Gran Turismo's coming
not.
out.
Yes, it's not going to. Yeah.
So
Well, what do you think, Yules?
Well, you know what? I think they should go with their gut and forget about release dates and just release it in the best condition possible and reduce the number of potential patches and not end up like Quantum Break on PC.
I honestly, I mean, this is rumor and speculation. Take it with a grain of salt, but I don't know. This could be fake. I don't even know. Kotaku has sources that usually hits the nail on the head, though, so that's what makes me think this is legit. But who knows?
I think it's
Take it with a grain of salt. We just, it's just all speculation, but we'll see what happens. Sony hasn't commented. Hello Games hasn't commented, but like I said, we'll probably hear something right
Sometime
before
this week.
E3. I think The Last Guardian. Yeah. Who knows?
Well-
Sony has something planned for the future, but we'll see what happens.
Just launch it how you feel like it and don't slap us with a 27 gigabyte patch.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Yeah, and don't have us download the rendered video, 70 gigs worth. So. What else? What else is there? PlayStation Store presents the best of PS3. This November, PlayStation will officially turn the big 1-0 in North America. While we now know plenty of gamers are moving to the PS4, we're playing a homage with PlayStation Store's best PS3 collection. Looks like they're going to have a sale launching today. They're going to have a lineup feature with Naughty Dog, PlayStation exclusive Epic Adventure 9.99 collection, and more. There's a breakdown of all the stuff of the price drops on certain games as well of the collection of PS3 on the PlayStation Store. You guys can go check that out. Like Assassin's Creed is going to like $20, which I think is a fucking ripoff. That game being as old as it is. God of War Origins Collection's $9.99, which is a good price. Ratchet & Clank Offer 1, which is a shittier game of Ratchet & Clank, $9.99. Full Frontal Assault, $9.99 as well. But yeah, it's a bunch of good exclusive titles, some other good titles on there. Looks like they're going to switch it up week to week, do all that. Looks like they're trying to give the PS3 some love with some of the great titles they have on there, so you guys can look forward to that. Some games I might be interested in eventually. So. I need to pick up like Rayman Legends and stuff like that. Shattered Dimensions, Spider-Man game I never played. But once again, Activision is overpricing that shit at $19.99.
They think that that's the greatest game ever. Get out of here, Activision.
They think that any fucking game they release is the greatest thing, and then they keep it at a high-ass price, even if it's on sale. It's like, oh, it's on sale at $50. Get the fuck out of here.
Except for Tony Hawk 5, you can find it in a bargain bin, unfortunately.
Right. And they're also going to have, on their Epic Adventures things, they're going to have Bioshock for $9.99, so I highly recommend it.
Oh, great. Awesome. You know, like Deadpool is like $49.99. Get out of here. Like,
fuck out of here. I have that game for PS3, and I got it for like $7, so...
Yeah, that's a great
that game is just
considering, you know.
They didn't do anything special for that version on PS4, so get the fuck out, you know.
Yeah.
Nor did they prototype.
yeah.
Hey, there's something I see on here.
Game that no one asked for.
Right. I wonder if they're doing this for physical only games as well, or if they're doing this for the PlayStation Store, because I see games on here like Uncharted Drake's Fortune for $9.99. Are they bringing that digitally?
I have a feeling they're going to bring each of those individually eventually.
Fortune is already available on PS3.
Is it? Like I don't remember that Drake's Fortune being available digital.
No, yeah, all of them are. All of them
Are they?
actually are. Yeah,
Oh,
all of
okay.
them are. I thought you meant on PS4.
Okay. What is Uncharted Greatest Hits Dual Pack? I think that's what, 1 and 2? Not sure.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. It also says Dual Pack, like 2.
Oh, that's weird.
So I think it's just 1 and 2. I know they had like the Game of the Year edition of Uncharted 2. I remember that. So.
Right, yeah.
And how much did you get Red Dead Redemption for?
$5.
$5. Well, they're gonna be selling it for $29.99. So what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah. Yeah, that's...
I think they're just showing off some of these greatest titles on the PlayStation Store. So some of them, the cheapest you can go that I've seen so far is $9.99, like BioShock 2, BioShock Original, Devil May Cry HD Collection, Grand Theft Auto 4, stuff like that. So if you're interested, that should be coming up here shortly. So you guys can look forward to that if you still have a PS3. I might do some looking on the PS3 store. So
I'm
anyway,
going to put a recommendation for a game not on sale, but a good deal at $9.99. Mega Man Legends 2.
Mega Man Legends 2. Fucking awesome game. Tough game. Good game. Really not too much. Really, I want to really dig into. I thought I really want to talk about Gran Turismo and stuff. I'm happy you're on here for that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into. That's it for the news, anyways. So.
Hey, so tell me, what can I get on the PlayStation Store and also retail stores this week?
This week, well, you know the games usually come out on Tuesday or Wednesday, Friday. Fuck, it just really depends on the developer and when they want to put out their title. But if you want to know, you guys can go over to the PlayStation blog. They have the drop every week. You guys can go check it out every Sunday evening to drop new PlayStation games for 5/24/2016, which we're talking about today, which most games are already out at this point. We're actually talking Thursday morning here. Tuesday evening, whatever you prefer. I call it Tuesday evening, but whatever. Anyways, going into the drop, new releases for May 24, 2016. First off, Arcade Archives, Formation Armed F. This is a PS4 digital title. It's actually out the 27th, so it's a Thursday release. I'm sorry, Friday release. So, yeah, if you, I haven't played this one. It's like a shmup shooter game. Have you played Formation Armed F, Garth or Yules? Any of you guys?
No.
I've actually played very few shmups in my life, so no, I have not played that.
Yeah, I haven't played this one either. But Armed F is a shooting game that was released from, I can't even fucking pronounce this, Nichibitsu. In 1988, players equipped armor, or you equip armor, what can make a variety of attacks and fight in a variety of worlds, such as insect stages, machine stage, wipe out enemies in a wide range of attacks, while reversing the armor to change formations. I was listening to PlayStation, I almost said PlayStation Pizza, PS I Love You with my boy Colin and Greg. Colin was going shit off his description of this game. He's like, "What? What are you talking about? Like, this is so fucking confusing."
Because it was like the description of it was like so shit, right?
It is like it kind of just. It sounds like your ship is getting a sex change or something. The way that you're like, what? The next game, PS4 digital. It's actually out the 25th. Crazy Strike Bowling EX. It's join Aiden, Mr. Jinx, and a host of other cute, fun-filled characters in a Crazy Strike Bowling X, a wacky bowling game fit for the whole family. I guess if you're into like an anime bowling game, this would be perfect for you. So it looks pretty neat. I don't know. You go check it out if you're into bowling games. Downwell, PS4, PS Vita, digital only. Downwell is a curious game about a young person venturing down a well in search of an untold treasure with only his gun boots for perfection. It's kind of cool. The image shows kind of like him jumping and shooting out of his feet in a way. Kind of looks like right at my alley type of game. Make your way further and further down into the darkness filled with nasty creatures and mysterious secrets. Collect spectacular red gems scattered about the rocks. Next game is Dungeons 2, PS4 digital retail. Dungeons 2, fulfill the dungeon. I've never even heard of Dungeons 1. I don't know where this game even came from. Maybe it was only like on PC or whatever. But it's not a very good name either. Fulfill the Dungeon Lord's ability quest of vengeance by recruiting fearsome new monsters from all corners of the underworld. You can undertake his evil biting, take control of mighty dungeon lord, and craft a network of unique and terrifying dungeons, and recruit an army of fearsome creatures. Prepare to defend your kingdom against those pesky heroes and go above ground to wage war on their human cities. Definitely a better description. The Last Blade 2, that's a PS Vita title and PS4, digital only. A lot of people, the PlayStation blog were going kind of ape shit over this. I don't know what these games are really about. Kind of look like a samurai type of game. Hell's Gate is a boundary between life and death. Four mythological symbols are about to fight an ultimate spirit awakened from the netherworld to death. Send them straight to Hell's Gate, an addition of 12 combatants from a previous title, 4 new characters, 2 hidden characters. Join the fight in the gorgeous roster of 18 characters. Select your favorite sword attack types among the power, speed, and extreme modes. Master the repel mechanics and counter your opponent's attacks. And when the time comes, activate the super secret slash. Cool, I guess. Whatever, if that's your type of game. Lumos, the PS4 digital title. This looks interesting. Witness the rebirth of a genre in Lumo, a classic isometric adventure with a modern twist for gamers young and old alike. Overwatch, which I was in the beta for, Garth, which you enjoyed and I enjoyed.
So amazing.
A lot of people seem to be super hyped about this. Yeah, PS4 digital and retail. Clash on the battlefield of tomorrow, and choose your hero from a diverse cast of soldiers, scientists, adventurers, and oddities. Bend time, defy physics, and unleash a dizzy of array and extraordinary powers and weapons. Engage your enemies in iconic locations from around the globe, and an ultimate team-based shooter. Take your place in Overwatch. The world needs heroes. Who'd you choose the most in Overwatch?
I chose the Junkrat a lot.
Joker, okay. I chose Soldier 76 quite a bit. As time went on.
And him too.
Soldier
Two of my
Definitely.
favorite characters.
I heard the launch didn't go according to plan. Like they thought it was going to do different numbers. Yeah, I was reading about it. But hopefully, I'm thinking the game will start to pick up though. I'm
the
pretty
beta
sure
was like super popular. 9 players were on.
I just think launch evening and like they expected more people to pick up their pre-orders. I heard the service went really well. It didn't struggle or anything like that, which doesn't mean anything. Maybe they just Blizzard was top notch on all server maintenance and everything, make sure it ran buttery smooth. But who knows? They said the launch didn't go as expected, so hopefully the game picks up, gets #1 and all that. Maybe Uncharted will stay #1. I'm not sure, but I'm sure if anything, it'll do even better over on the PC side. So
yeah.
a lot of people were for some reason getting confused, like more of the casuals not paying attention to the prices and whatnot, thinking this game was going to be free to play. And when they seen that it was a full $60, they were kind of turned off by it. Is what I read. Also,
I thought it was going to be $40.
Yeah, it's full 60 on
because it's $40 on PC.
Right, but some people think it was going to be a free to play game for some reason.
Yeah.
Which could be a big turnoff, especially if you expected that. Yeah, it's crazy on consoles. You're sitting there paying after tax $65, and if you're on Steam, $40 or something. So
supposedly you get more content. You get I don't think so.
Yeah, right. PS4
Probably
digital
just more coins or something.
Right. The next game is called Ransnom. Ransnom is an innovative puzzle platform game in pixel art style. Looks pretty cool. That allows players to alter the game environment by mirroring sections of the level and rearranging it on the fly. Sounds pretty cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan. Speaking of Platinum games, I've heard some mixed things about this game, but I still want to give it a shot. I'm kind of pissed off that there's no
3 hours.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it'd be 3 hours. Well, you know what, like, you got to think that like every Turtles game I've played, it's been a beat 'em up that's co-op. I've probably ran through them like 2 to 3 hours, especially on SNES. I know we're gonna say, oh, you're in a different time and era or whatever, but come on, it's just a beat 'em up. Honestly, what did you expect? A 10-hour campaign of Turtles?
The developers of that game really lied because they were like in an interview. They were like, "Oh, the reason why we're not going to have split screen because we're going to make this because we need to make this game 60 frames a second." And then the game comes out, it's not 60 frames a second.
Right, it's 30 frames.
What the hell are they doing? They lied. They straight up lied.
I'm still on such a high from Transformers Devastation. How do we go from there to this seemingly disaster?
Yeah, is this a game that was just like Star Wars Battlefront situation? Did we strip a lot of the game down to bring it out before the movie? Or is this just another
Pretty much,
Activision thing?
I
We're
think
like, let's
so.
strip all
I think
this
so.
just so we can get it
I
out
think
on
so.
time for the movie.
I think so.
Even more mad. It's the strongest possibility, and that makes me even more furious.
Right, right. This is going to be another game I will be renting. I will not be spending any money on it, most likely, unless,
Good.
obviously if it's in the bargain bin, I could pick it up for digital and play with a friend that I can share with or something, then I definitely will get it for cheap, but I'm not paying for this game. Sadly, from what I usually don't let critics and stuff like that get in the way of me purchasing a game, but like you said, Devastation, the performance of that game, and the direction it went, and then this game being where it's at, it's kind of a shit fest. It sucks. But I gotta say the description is a lot better than most games on here. Assemble your team in a four-player online co-op mode. Fight fan favorite enemies like Bebop and Rocksteady. Visual stunning, fast-paced combat. Well, not as fast as you like, because it's 30 frames. True to Platinum Games signature style. Gritty, comic-inspired art style. Turns a new chapter in TMNT history. Original story penned by IDW Comics, TMNT author Tom Waltz. And there's more description. You know how the sewer, subway, streets of New York kind of story goes with TMNT. I don't need to explain it anymore to you. Zombies: The Last Survival, another PS4 digital title. Looks like a top-down, kind of like Zombie Smash, shoot 'em, old GTA-looking art style of a game. The world is over and the zombie apocalypse is here. For years, you have been preparing for this moment, and it finally happened. Resisting in your bunker is harder and harder. Your food is almost gone, and you're almost finished. So if you've been setting your bunker, why the fuck is your ammo gone if you're not doing anything? Should you have plenty of ammo? But anyways, if you want to pick up this game, it doesn't look like it's worth even reading on. But if you guys want to go check out all the description, PlayStation Music, PlayStation Video, PlayStation View, anything else, or get into the comments and ramble on with other people, argue, or tell them what you're going to pick up, you guys can go to the PlayStation blog at blog.us.playstation.com. Click on the drop. That's it, guys, for the drop. So if you guys are interested in picking up any of that stuff, you can. I'm going to mention a couple of releases real quick. Hitman Episode 3 lands on May 31st. So if you guys are interested in that, I've heard nothing but good things about Hitman and how it's people are enjoying the episodes and stuff like that. Pulling off different scenarios in the open world style. Neon Chrome launches May 31st on PS4. Score Rush Extended brings pure shmup bliss to PS4 on May 31st as well. Super Mutant Alien Assault blast on the PS4 this summer. Loot Rascals is also coming to PS4. A bunch of stuff. So you guys can check all of that. Like I said, the link of the blog.us.playstation.com. Now let's jump into a segment we like to call Greatest Hits Game of the Week.
All right.
We're here. We like to get surprised. So you haven't told us what this game is going to be. Me and Garth like to surprise each other. Since you're here and you're a guest, we're going to let you bring the game of the week. What you got for us?
Well, it started when I first got it, because survival horror was still new to me, and I was actually one of the few people that wasn't impressed with Resident Evil. It wasn't delivering the kind of atmosphere I wanted.
Alone in the Dark.
No, actually, it took Tommy to give me the kind of thrills that I wanted. And on the PS1, first Silent Hill did that.
Yeah, yes. I almost cried when I fucking love that game. No, I have loved Silent Hill 1 so fucking much. The atmosphere in that game, it destroys Resident Evil in every way. Every bit from the fog to the enemy noises to everything, man. Even the puzzles in that game are brilliant.
I read an interesting fact about the fog. The fog wasn't actually supposed to be in the game. It was actually a just the hardware
limitations.
Hardware limitations, but it made the game more spooky that way. So it was actually a good thing that they left the fog in there.
Right.
Fantastic thing. They took the PS1's limitations to their advantage, and that was actually the first time we'd ever seen anything like that. They took the highest detail assets they used, and they used the draw distance to create an eerie atmosphere, whether it was in the fog of the outside or in the darkness, when you could use the light and just move around and see all these, like, for PS1, they were impressive. I mean, The only
Yeah,
time
yeah.
I saw higher quality textures on a PS1 game were later SquareSoft games, such as Final Fantasy 8 and 9 and Vagrant Story.
You know, another thing
Oh
we didn't
yeah.
get to see in this game was bullshit pre-rendered background. It was all 3D, no pre-rendered bullshit. So we got to see them take advantage of the hardware and stuff like that with actual 3D buildings, 3D environments, 3D objects, all that good stuff. So
Yes, exactly, especially on the PS1. That was just amazing. And the amount of scares it delivered, and I'm probably the only one that really enjoyed the story, which made me love Silent Hill 3 even more.
yeah, I think my buddy Dallas from GamerCake can agree with you. Three was he really enjoyed three a lot, and the connection with one. So I think that you guys could get along on that. Silent Hill 2 was my favorite, but I really enjoyed Silent Hill 1. Is definitely, I think it's probably my second favorite Silent Hill game.
It's my second favorite, but 3 will be my first favorite.
Three,
I
nice.
talk about 3 about all the time, especially for its technical achievements as a PS2 game.
Yeah, yes. Never finished 3, but I did finish 1 and 2. The older installments aren't very good. Um, Downpour was surprisingly was okay. It definitely didn't feel like a Silent Hill game though, but there was some scares in there that actually got me really good. But it just didn't have the same feeling as the first three Silent Hill games did. But Silent Hill 1 was
Has
playing
some of
that
the
playing that had gave me this feeling that no other survival horror game could. Like Resident Evil did a good job, but Silent Hill put you in a place where it made you feel really uncomfortable and unsettling, which did it for me.
That
had
radio.
some really creepy enemies. Like the pyramid head.
Like, yeah,
No,
the babies and all that. So
Yeah.
nurses. You know, so.
babies, the first nurses, especially the ones with the it had the side characters like Dr. Kaufman, and Lisa.
Right.
It has some interesting bosses like that bizarre first boss, that side jaw crocodile. Oh,
Yeah. Um, you know, I don't know if you're breaking up. You usually started breaking up there near the end, so I don't know if he's still talking or not.
no, I'm not. No.
Okay. Yeah. I beat that game again a few years back. It's been a while, but probably beat a
On
total of like
PS3.
yeah, on PS3, PS3 Classic, PS1 Classics on PS3, I should say. But after the first time I beat that game with a friend, it was just I don't know how to explain it. Like I never got that feeling again
Yeah.
until I played it again. I found it at a GameStop. I tried looking around for it at the time. You know, like back in the day, kind of like scrambling around, looking at your thrift stores, your GameStops, stuff like that. I couldn't find it much. It was kind of becoming a game that was. It seemed like a little rare when we ended up finding it, coming across it. We played it again together, and all the nostalgia and everything. You know, like I said earlier, like usually when you go back to a game, it doesn't play as well as you remember it, or it wasn't as good. But I have to say, Silent Hill, though, you go back and play that game, it's just as good as you remember. Yeah, the controls aren't the best or whatever, but well, what games are really, you know, what games really hold up on the PS1 anymore. But that game still puts you in an eerie place, and it makes you feel unsettling. So if you haven't played Silent Hill 1, definitely go do so. Pick it up on PS3, or if you can find a PS1 copy, throw it in your PS2 or your PS3, and give it a go. Highly recommend it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Garth, you haven't played Silent Hill? You're not a big Silent Hill guy, are you? Or you just
I'm
not a
not.
big
I'm
horror gamer?
not. I play. I don't really play horror games either, but I never really. No, I don't.
He's like, I never really. Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. He's like, I don't. But definitely, you should definitely go give it a go.
Because I'll play Silent Hill 1 and 3 constantly, but I can't sit through a single horror movie ever. I would piss my pants at the first second of any horror movie, but I will be glued to Silent Hill.
Right? Yeah.
Uh,
Especially the way horror movies are today. They're just terrible, man. They are not good. I fall asleep. I'm not terrified. It's kind of like they're very predictable. I just don't do it anymore.
Oh,
But
did you
video
hear?
games,
Speaking of horror movies, guess who's stepping back into the executive producer role of the new Halloween movie?
right?
John Carpenter.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
nice.
Yeah, it's. Are you talking about the what movie are you talking about again?
Halloween.
Halloween. Do you prefer the original Halloweens or the newer Halloween movies?
I'm a guy that appreciates the originals and have been. I look. I'm a millennial, but I hate the new crap that's been coming out.
Right. Yeah. You know, I've never been the biggest Halloween fan for some reason. I don't know why, but um, that's just the boat I'm in. But my girlfriend really enjoys the Halloween movies. For some reason, I don't know what it is about the newer ones. I don't know. Maybe it's a little more of the brutality. I don't know. I really dug that, but I still never thought they were they weren't my favorite type of movies. But movies like you said, they don't do it for me. But something about Silent Hill does, and it still does to this day, especially Silent Hill 1.
I love that game. I love that game so much, and
Yeah.
that's one of the few games that really truly stayed PS1 exclusive and never got a remaster, never got a remake.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
absolutely, yeah.
Very true. It didn't even get packaged in with the remaster of 2 and 3, which I was actually surprised. You didn't get some kind of download code. How Konami treated Metal Gear and all that, got download codes with the classic.
Like imagine if that got a remake, like the Resident Evil on GameCube, you know? Like
Yeah, I don't think they
imagine.
should. I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't touch it. Just bring it over with trophies. Do PS1 classics with trophies. Just do that.
Right. Yeah.
That would be perfect. So Silent Hill 1, man. I did not expect that. I don't know. I for some reason I thought you were gonna go like, Alone in the Dark or something.
No, I would or Resident Evil.
Yeah, a lot of people say like Alone in the Dark was one of their favorite horror games and on PS1, which didn't do too well, but I know it did a good job setting you in that atmosphere and stuff. But I don't know why. I guess I didn't expect you to go Silent Hill route. Shame on me. Good
Dark
game.
on PS1 wasn't a greatest hit.
No. A lot of people say they enjoyed it though for some reason. I know, and I guess it's just been fans of the game, but that game did not do very well at all. So, but anyways, that was the greatest hits game of the week. Thank you, Jules, for presenting that. Surprised me. I always love it when we get surprises with greatest hits, and especially our topic of the show, our topic of the week. Garth usually does a good job of surprising me. We'll have to get you back on here sometime soon for sure. I always enjoy your company. Very entertaining, very knowledgeable. But yeah, you guys go check him out on YouTube. He puts out great content. I really love his opinions and the way you put your topics and everything. You really speak your mind, which I enjoy.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Same here.
All right, guys. Garth, you haven't played Silent Hill. I was gonna say, what kind of pizza would you rate?
Oh wait, you know what? I actually played
Okay.
Silent Hill on the PlayStation 1 Classic. I couldn't make it past the first enemy because I kept dying. I wouldn't let me shoot my gun.
Or you couldn't figure it out with the way the
I
controller.
couldn't figure out it. I pressed every button. It wouldn't let me. I felt like the angry video game nerd when he says he makes fun of Resident Evil 2. How it doesn't explain any control. It just throws you in and it just throws me in. I don't know what's going on. Like why won't it explain anything? Like, but
Jules is
very
probably gonna
creepy, though.
chew you a new one right now. Like what?
I mean, how many times have you beaten The Last of Us? You can't figure out how to pull out your gun and silent.
Well, but the controls though, they're so dated and old. I can't figure them out. It's not precise at all.
How dare you say that?
Gun.
Hey Garth, well if you played some of it, what kind of pizza would you rate? Since this is PlayStation and pizza, sometimes we rate
Well,
our games on
well,
pizzas.
it wouldn't be a nice, tasty pizza. It would be a scary pizza.
with
Uh,
earthworms on it and shit like that.
yeah, just stuff that I wouldn't like on it, like veggies, like yeah, just anything like
That's
that.
creepy.
That's scary to me. So this is a veggie pizza.
Veggie only pizza, okay. What about you, Yules?
Because I love it so much. It would be reminiscent to when I was back in New York, and there's a place called the Olympic Flame Diner where they had nice, thick spinach pizzas,
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
richly done. Oh,
So good. Thinking like
never had a spinach pizza before. Never
really.
have.
Shame on you again.
Never
You,
had one.
you've never really had the full Silent Hill experience. You never had a spinach pizza. What kind of life are you living? Just messing with you.
Yeah, I've never had it. I never even knew that was the thing, honestly.
You know what, Garth? For some reason, like when you said a scary pizza, I think it's perfect for Silent Hill. I would have to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
a creepy in a good way. Like this pizza has so many toppings of my prefer. So, and the first bite of this, it looks scary. When you bite into it, it just tastes amazing. So that would be my version.
All right.
But hey, this has been PlayStation to Pizza. This is your PlayStation-centric podcast from GCN. You guys can go over to gamercade.squarespace.com. We always keep saying we're going to figure out that address. We haven't done it yet. We will do so sometime this year. I'm not going to say anything like, oh, in the near future, whatever. But right now, gamercade.squarespace.com. You can go /podcast. When you do that, you'll be able to find the PlayStation to Pizza and GCM's Gamecast Gamercade podcast. You guys can go check that out. I highly recommend it. You can also find us both on iTunes. Leave a rate, review, subscribe. If you leave us a review, that would be awesome. We definitely recommend it to your friends. Or you can find us on any podcast service. If you have Android, I recommend doing Podcast Addict. I use it myself. Runs great. You can search the iTunes library from there. If you don't have iTunes or an iPhone or anything like that, like myself, I have Android, so I do that. Search for it, and you can find PlayStation Pizza. Hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all of our podcasts and stuff like that. Sounds like somebody like Garth is just gargling down some drink.
Not me.
Oh, usually it's you
It's gotta
that
be
does.
yours.
Oh, usually it sounds like Garth is making so many noises on here, like Laffy Taffy slurping. He's chowing down on Laffy Taffy, or he's downing something. And we're like, Garth, dude, is that you?
I haven't ate anything on the whole episode.
But yeah, you guys can do that. You go over our Twitter. You can go at GamerKid1986. YouTube, go over to youtube.com/GamerKid1986 and go check out our content and stuff over there. It'd be much appreciated if you guys would support us. If the conversation does not have to end here, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/GamerKid. Go try to become a member. We'll approve you. If we think you're good for the group, no, we'll approve you. Go over there and check it out. Always a conversation. We'd much appreciate it. This is the end of the show. We like to plug our social media and all that good stuff. Yules, you've done it once. We'll have you do it again. Garth, first, though. Garth, where can these lovely listeners and Gamercade fans find you? On the plastic game box. I prefer PlayStation. So.
Yeah. SpongeBob for all my PSN. Play on PS3 and PS4. And Twitter for SpongeBob as well, and Instagram. So all that great stuff, and there's probably more. Oh yeah, like my YouTube page is SpongeBob, and my Twitch channel is SpongeBob_.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yules, where can these lovely listeners find you? Once again, let them know where they can find your YouTube content and all that good stuff.
Well, you can find me both on Facebook and YouTube under my username Yewles1, YEWLES1, as in number 1. On my YouTube, you'll find my archive of over 600 videos from 2010. And on Facebook, you'll just find me extremely annoying. Hook up with me on PSN. My username over there will be UU1, YEWYEW1.
All right. If you guys want to find me on PSN, as always, it's XKillXonX. on Twitter. I don't use it as much, but I do post on Facebook, so it'll actually post to my Twitter as well. Thank you guys for keep following. I appreciate that. It is the X Kill X on X. So if you guys want to do that, that would be awesome. Maybe play some games together or something like that. If you guys want to submit any kind of greatest hits game or topic of the week, you guys can do so over PlayStation and Pizza at gmail.com. Garth, I have a surprise for you before we end the show really quick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
Surprise?
Okay, I went over to our YouTube channel, right? And I seen how we had a notification on the Game Arcade thing. And I was like, all right, let me click on this real quick. And if it'll come up, come on. Let me sign in this real quick. For some reason, it signed me out of YouTube, the Game Arcade account. Pull this up. Notifications. Come on. Don't be shy. Alright. Ice Bears Forever says, thank you for mentioning him in our Tony Hawk 5 revisiting.
Very nice.
Because he does all the...
he watched their video then.
Yes, he watched the video.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Appreciate it, especially if you listen to this. Ice Bears Forever. Really enjoy your videos. Keep the content coming. I love when you go and revisit all the Tony Hawk games. It brings back a lot of nostalgia. I really like your opinions and all that good stuff. So it's always a good time over on your channel. Keep the content coming, definitely. And thank you for stopping by and taking time out of your day. And
very nice. That. It's always nice listening to an Ice Bears Forever video. Yeah, very nice.
Definitely. It's Ice Bears Forever here. I'm sure you heard us say that.
Ice Bears Forever here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very
cool. Yeah, I'd let you know. I meant to tell you earlier, so.
Very cool. I'm glad you saved it for this because then it's more of a surprise.
Right, more surprise. We always surprise each other in this episode. Alright, guys. This has been PlayStation and Pizza, GCN's PlayStation-centric podcast. You can catch us every week. Hopefully, I know we've been falling behind. I'm deeply sorry, but you'll have all 3 episodes to check out. You can check out our Uncharted-themed episode, which we have all the weekly news and stuff from that week. Topic of the show, greatest hits game as usual. And we sit there and talk about what games we've been playing. We did 10.5 as well. That's Uncharted spoiler cast, which you guys can listen to. If you've already played the game and you just want to jump into all the stuff and our opinions and what we have to say about it, that is perfect for you. You guys can go do that. This is episode 10, though. So if you guys want to get the weekly news, all the Gran Turismo sport shit, and all the details that you'll have to say and our thoughts on that coming up in the near future, this episode's for you. Share it, do all that good stuff, all that love. Until next time, guys. Game on.
Nice.